Hello, my Teaserking family. How's everybody today? I hope you're surviving. And I will explain what is going on here. All right, what's happening? The easiest way I can explain it is Comex is broke. And they're trying to cover up by forcing all the longs out and all the paper contracts out. Do we care about this? No. Are the prices lower? Yes. Does that matter? Not in the long run. In the short run, yes. All right, we got silver 8106. We got gold 4716, which looks bad. We thought it would kick up, but it hasn't. But we'll tell you why. Now, gold went down 4400 and then popped back. So it's 47. So I think it's pretty safe in that area until it makes its move. Silver, on the other hand, went all the way down to about 73 and now it's back to 81. So I think we've hit our bottoms. What happened? All right. So if we think back to Christmas, silver was 70, it got knocked down to 71. So really we're okay. We're at 81. We saw 120. I don't know why it jumped so much and then it dropped so much, but in a normal trade, it was 81, it was 71. We'd be happy. And now it's 81, right? So we have to look at it like that. Gold had gotten to 5,000. So we're a little bit like what's going on there. Now, as I keep saying, physical versus paper. So has anything changed? This is still worthless. This is still value. This is still limited. This is highly in demand for all the little products and for people like us who are getting out of it. This is worthless. Nothing's changed here. All right, Howard. So what the fuck's going on? What do you mean nothing's changed? Why are we having this difficulty? Just a second. Why are we having this difficulty? Well, the difficulty is phony, as we know. So let's try to walk through what the fuck is going on. Profit? What the hell is going on with gold, silver, and crypto? I'm a little worried here. Do you own physical or do you own paper? I think you own physical. No worry at all. So this is a paper market thing. These are apparently there's been 8 margin calls since Christmas. The margin call is when you invest $1,000 and control $100,000 worth of gold or silver. So in that world, they don't want you long. They do a margin call, probably because the price is going down. And it's a normal margin call you'd get in the stock market. So people have to sell because they don't have the margin. So if you invested 10 grand for 100 grand and they said, well, you owe us another 10 grand, do you have 20 grand lying around? Are you an idiot that would do margin? Yes. Is it paper? Yes. Is it physical? No. Did the demand for physical go down? No. Did the supply of physical go up? No. So in our physical universe, nothing has changed. China is still selling apparently silver at $100. That's the physical price. All right, we're happy with that. Gold, I don't know, probably 5,000. But what's happening here is the J.P. Morgans and the Bank of Americas and the Toronto Dominions and everything are extremely short in options. The paper. They're trying to get out of their paper before they go broke. So if they don't lower the price, they can't get out of it. Otherwise, they lose their ass. Now, we thought everything got settled Friday. But I guess they had a few more options to get rid of. So it went to 72 last night, and now it's back to 81. And that's really what's happening. It's the bank's survival of staying in business, staying in the game. They've shorted for years and years and years, right? They've been suppressing the price, as I've told you. J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Toronto Dominion, all these Deutsche Banks, all the bullion banks have been playing the game. Let's short it. And they've been making money, I guess. I don't know how, shorting it and then buying it back, but using paper. So it was always a paper game. I'll trade you a short, an option, and you buy it back from me, but we won't use physical. And then here comes, so that's how the game's been played since 1972, 73. Notice gold ran to 800 and went all the way back down to like 200. Well, it was the same game being played. The Hunt brothers with silver, that was a different thing. They were too stupid. They didn't buy physical. In the physical world, we're protected, right? We are fine. We don't worry about margin calls. We don't like the price going down, but we don't worry about it because the price will go back up. We don't have to sell. We are not in a leveraged state. We are not in a margin call state. So we don't really care. Like I said, if you compare silver during Christmas when it was 71 and now it's 81, you'd be happy. So what happened was it went to 120 in 2 weeks in January. And now we're like, what the fuck? It should keep going up, which I agree. The physical will. But the paper's not. So Shanghai's in on it, and all these banks are in it. They're trying to get out of their options. Apparently, there's this huge delivery of physical due in March. Again, now it's a March contract. It's always some new contract that they got to cover. And there's no inventory of gold or silver in COMEX, right? There's a little bit of an inventory, which is all being taken out now, apparently, again, from what I see. And COMEX is basically broken. It's basically out. This is how it's ending, right? People want physical. There's no physical to take. Why China's in on this, I don't know. I thought they were the other way. But a lot of investors, what they're washing out are these paper investors who are in the margin calls, the leverage, the ETFs. They're all going broke. They can't sell their positions. They're kind of locked out. So it's kind of one way. Nobody can buy. It's just sell. And so we're getting rid of the long players so the JP Morgans can eat up their options, I guess. Something like that. Who wins? JP Morgan, of course. The biggest criminal of all. The Madoff guy. This makes Madoff would be a Boy Scout compared to this shit. But it's only hurting the margin people. It's only hurting the leverage people that have to cover their margins, the people that are stupid enough to be in ETFs, the people that are stupid enough to play COMEX instead of physical. And that's what this is attempted to do. They're washing out all of the paper players. This is why I very much stress to buy physical and not buy paper. This is the exact reason. So Friday, Monday, okay, it went down. Is anybody happy? No. The banks are happy because they save a lot of money, right? They have all these shorts, JP Morgan and Bank of America, for the last 40, 50 years, right? And they never thought they'd have to pay. And then here came BRICS saying, we want physical. And that ended COMEX. COMEX is over. They just don't know it's dead yet. It's sort of like the Ukraine war. It's 73-0 Russia, but that's where it's at. So this is the problem. And, the COMEX players, it's all a paper game. And they've had to cover. And when people start asking for delivery of their gold and silver, they don't have it. What do we do? Well, we do this bullshit because that gets all the people who are asking for it out. However, you still have China and Russia asking for physical delivery. So they're just realizing there's a lot of orders coming apparently in March that cannot be covered, right? There's 10 orders. We only have 5 ounces of gold for 10 ounces of gold we need to simplify it. So in this paper world that we're living in, we are living in the physical world. It didn't affect us at all. Yeah, the price went down a little temporarily, but the price will come back. The demand, like I said, the demand for physical silver and gold is still there. All these companies need it, and solar panels and the war, the army, everybody needs silver. Are they trying to push the price down for these people? I don't know. Maybe, but if you notice, it got down to 72, it went back up to 82. So I don't know what the game is there. People still buying. I know people are frozen out. People in China are trying to sell their position and can't get out of it. They can't sell it. The computers aren't letting them. But again, these are just the paper holders. These are the ETF people. These are people who don't understand what they're doing. They're looking at the futures. They don't get it. You have to buy the physical. We're still trying to figure out what Pat said yesterday about 10,000 and what the Chinese price is. From what I heard, the Chinese price right now is $100 silver. I don't know what the gold price is, probably 5,000. The physical price isn't really dropping. Again, the demand's still there. The supply's still shit. There is no supply. There's huge demand. The price should be going up. I doubt it has anything to do with Trump, nominating some idiot for the Fed Reserve. The problem you still have is the Fed. You have 39 trillion in debt. You have too much government employees. Nobody wants your treasuries, and you got to pay Social Security and Medicare. Guess what? That problem hasn't gone away. You still owe the defense contractors. So nothing's changed, right? You're still fucked. Okay, you've COMEX, the banks can survive because they've cut the price down, which helps the people that shorted at the JP Morgan. The guy says, well, they just made billions of dollars. Well, what he doesn't say is they were billions of dollars in, so maybe they're even, but I doubt it. So, okay, so they can maybe get out of their shorts, which we thought that was happening on Friday. So we just have this roller coaster for a few days. Maybe we'll see where we are by Friday. But basically, if we're in physical, I wouldn't worry about it. Bitcoin, I don't really care. I don't know why. If you're in Bitcoin, why you're in Bitcoin. Let's see where Bitcoin's at. Then I'll read my little things here. Bitcoin is at up 78,000. Funny how that, I thought it was going to 1 million. This is why you don't play Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not real, right? So anybody in Bitcoin, it's not worth 78,000. All right, we're at 80.71, silver 47.20. So as long as gold's still 47, it's still near 5,000, we're fine. And silver is at 80. Okay. It's getting a little roughed up, but not too bad. Again, it's short term. You're looking at the bottom. So of course you're going to see it at the bottom. You're going to say, hey, it's at the bottom. It's sort of like going on a diet. You gain 10 pounds and then you're like, oh, look at me now. Yeah, but let's see after your diet and you lose the 10 pounds. Then let's see what it is. So this is very temporary. Nothing's changed. The demand's still there. The supply's still zero. Everybody wants it. And the dollar's collapsed, and so has COMEX. And this is their swan song. That's what's happening here. So they're fighting it to get out of their shorts because they're going to have to pay up. And JP Morgan doesn't want to pay up. So they're crying like little 5-year-olds. I'm going to take the ball home. That's what's going on here. What about crypto? I lost close to 100K yesterday. Should I sell and get out of the market altogether? How long is this crypto? Why are you in crypto? Do you not listen to anything I say? That's your own problem. Do I ever say buy crypto? No. Do I say sell crypto? Yes. Why are you in crypto? I have no idea. My advice is to buy physical gold and silver. That's what I teach. So I don't know why you're in it, and it's just stupid. Awasa, sir, how are you? I'm fine. We understand what's going on, so I'm fine. It's I still have the physical, and it still has. I bought this at $30 an ounce, so I'm okay. Yeah, it hit 120, and we're definitely upset it went back down, but it will go back to 120. Again, nothing's changed there. The physical demand is huge and the supply is gone. So this will go back up. This is just saving the banks right now. This is Madoff 2.0 getting out of it. Carl or Kurt, how are you today? Professor, you told me that gold and silver will go up today. They are not going up. They went up in the morning at 9 o'clock last night. They were up. They'll go up. You just got to wait. You got physical. There's nothing to worry about. Will they go up? They will go up. I can't tell you at what time. I can tell you they'll go up, but as I just said, there's very high demand. There's very low supply. Physical will go up. If you own physical, you have nothing to worry about. If you're in paper, you got a lot to worry about, but you shouldn't be in paper because I don't teach paper. I teach physical, and I've always stressed physical. We're fine. There's still very low supply of physical and high demand. The price will go up once the banks, survive. This is all the banks bullshit. Professor, gold and silver are not going up. Well, they will. It's not minute by minute. It's silver's at 80.70 right now. We'll see where it's at Friday. Probably be at 90. That's where they should be. That's where the physical market is. Physical silver is 100. Physical gold's 5,000. You're looking at paper. Again, it's a dichotomy. There's physical, there's paper. Right now, the banks are into paper with their high leverage and their options and their derivatives, and the shit's hitting the fan, and they're all crying, and they don't know what to do. That's paper market. We don't care about that. We care about physical market. So if you own physical, you're fine. There's no options in it. There's no limits in it. There's no margin calls in physical. I paid $30 for the coin. It's worth $30. It's worth more. That's it. This is a long-term physical thing. So if you're expecting day by day, minute by minute, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're in the dollar or the rupee, as you would be in, or the euro, they don't have any value. This is worthless. So if you want to play that game, hold this or hold your euro. These have no value at all. These are worthless. So would you rather be in something that has value like physical gold and silver, or would you rather be in paper that has no value? So the right move is physical. I hope you have physical. If you have paper, you're in trouble, but you should never be in paper. You should not be in ETFs. You need to be in physical. That's the bottom line. That's what I've been teaching for 5 years. Buy your physical. And it'll go up. Nothing's changed. The demand's there. Probably COMEX will go out and we'll start getting a real physical price. Right now, physical should not be tied to paper. These options should not control the physical price. The physical price should be over here. And that's the thing. But it's also platinum and palladium that's went down. So anything these idiots have put options on and shorted are getting hit. But it's temporary. As long as you own physical, you'll be fine. What is the expected time of going up? There's soon. There's no, at 3 o'clock on Thursday, they're going to go up. We don't know right now. We'll see what happens with the U.S. today and China tomorrow. Believe me, prices are very cheap. The physical buyers will want it. The problem is the physical buyers are buying it, but there is no physical in COMEX to buy. So COMEX is bye-bye, right? Their whole assumption is you're just going to want paper, but as soon as that's crashed, which it has, then everybody wants physical. They don't have the physical. So COMEX will have to go out because they just don't have the physical to buy. And then people will buy from China and Russia and Saudi Arabia, and that's what'll happen. Simple as that. Profit. I have made a lot of money in crypto over the years. Well, it doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you're losing your ass now, which has allowed me to purchase most of the gold I have now. But I'm wondering which direction the crypto market is going to move now. I don't know why you're in crypto, as I've said. You've made money because you bought it at $5 and it's worth now 78,000. So the question is, do you think it's going to go up or down from 78,000? Well, since it's not real and it's a Ponzi scheme, I can't tell you that. Is there supply and demand for crypto? I have no idea. It's not real. You can't use it anywhere. You can't really buy it. It does not look like this. A gold B or a silver B is not a Bitcoin. A Bitcoin is this. It's air. So you own air. So you want to keep holding air? Fine. Where is it going from here? I have no idea. I don't care. I don't track Bitcoin. It's not real. I do track physical gold and silver, which is real. So you either hold something that's real or something that's fake. In your situation, I know you have a lot of gold. I would just concentrate on that, maybe buy some silver at these cheap prices. But I'm not even in or have any intention of buying Bitcoin. It's not real. It's manipulated by Trump and Larry Fink and that Michael Saylor guy. It's the three idiots and the Russian mafia. So you want to play with them? Play with them. I have no opinion on it other than it's a Ponzi scheme. So just like Madoff, I made a lot of money in Madoff and it was 15% or da 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 da. Well, that's fine, but it was a Ponzi scheme. At the end of the day, everybody lost and Madoff who stayed in it till the end, although they did make money going through the years. They weren't smart enough to get out. When they saw the housing crisis happening, they should have got out. Now you have a $39 trillion debt. You have the government shut down because they can't afford to pay them. You have the defense contractors that you got to pay, the interest on the debt you have to pay, and Social Security and Medicare. You tell me what you think is going to happen. So the only thing to be in is gold and silver. Anything else? The second. Perfect. The trouble with AI is AI doesn't know what it is. Here's the problem. So I'm planning on moving middle of April, May 1st. My lease runs out. I can't wait to get away. Um, and when you talk to AI, they say, "Oh, we have no apartments available May 1st." But when I met with the agency, says, "Don't worry, you'll have your pick," implying there's several apartments available. Don't worry, we'll lock it in March 1st, and you'll move in May 1st. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So AI saying, "Oh, we don't have apartments available." I'm like, "The fuck you talking about?" Anyway, I think I can break my lease in 60 days and move out maybe April 1st. So that's what I'm hoping. Way too noisy here. I need peace and quiet to focus. Profit. So has it reached its breaking point? Has what reached its breaking point? Bitcoin? Bitcoin isn't worth anything. I would get out of it. Ryan, how are you? Crypto will sink this quarter. Yeah, Ryan, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you got to be a fool to be in crypto. What is it? Tell me what it looks like. Their profit. What does it look like? Can you show me one? Can you say one store that uses it? I can't go. I can go to the barbecue with this, and the barbecue restaurant will take this, right? He will take this in lieu of dinner. I said, well, how about Bitcoin? He just laughed at me. Nobody wants it. Okay, so it's not money because it can't be used. So it's just the same as a baseball card, right? Crypto is a baseball card, but it's not Joe Montana and it's not Mickey Mantle and it's not Willie Mays. So what exactly is it? Answer this question, Prophet? Why are you in it? Do you have any idea why you're actually in it? I'd like to hear that answer. Prophet, it sure looks that way. Ryan, have to watch the canary in the coal mine. Don't wait for it to die before you get out. Well, exactly, Ryan. You take your profit. If you bought it at $5, which everybody apparently did, and was too stupid to get out when it hit 1,000, if you're in it and you're making money, what are you waiting for? So let's take it to we're at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, and we're at Caesar's, and you're at craps, and you start with $1,000 and you're up to 10,000. Are you quitting, or are you just going to keep playing till you lose it all? You should profit take it and take it out. So if you do that in Las Vegas, or you're winning in poker, or you're winning in blackjack, or you're winning in football, then what are you doing? You've made your profit in Bitcoin. What are you waiting for? Get the fuck out of it. That's what you want. second. So this is all gambling. Okay. You might not like gambling, but you're gambling with Bitcoin because you're dealing with something that you can't see and you trust that it has a value, even though nobody wants it, even though it's not money. So you're not even in a mantle card. If you're in a mantle card, you'd be much better off. So you don't know what you're doing. You have no strategy. You're making money, but you're not smart enough to take it, which I don't understand. And you're asking me, well, do you think it's going to keep going up or down? I'd have been gone, long gone. I would never have been in it. I was asked about it. I said, what's it backed by? Nothing. And I didn't even get in it. This is gold and silver. I don't worry. This is gold and silver. This is real. I can see it. Look, this is what a maple leaf looks like. And you're Canadian. You should know this. So I would dump all my Bitcoin and get into gold and silver, especially now. It's a golden opportunity. You've got all this break here. Ryan, have to watch the canary in the coal mine. Don't wait for it to die before you get out. Exactly. Get out. Take your profit. Like TK says, it all manipulated everything. Yeah. So